Okay, Mama G here. I'm going to try to keep it succinct. God, the devil. Let me tell you right now, here's my belief. I believe that the devil is fabricated in our mind. It's strong belief systems within our subconscious that can create images before death, after death, that are pretty downright scary, okay? And so hell, question, does hell exist? Does it not? Well, I would say that it can very well exist and that it does in the egoic mind. When you experience a tremendous amount of guilt, fear, shame, or whatever it is in your belief system that programs your mind to say this is real, this can happen, it will happen, I deserve it to happen, I will go to hell, you will experience hell in this experience, in this illusion. And you cannot escape it by saying, I'm just going to take myself out. It doesn't end, okay? Now, that could be bad news or that could be good news. For me, it's good news when you can embrace love and we can embrace each other and we can embrace in a belief in a one infinite creator that has our needs in this creator's best interest. But it's also kind of cool to think that this creator has given us free will. And it's this free will which creates the experiences that we choose to create, including that where we choose to create an illusion where we are separate or appear to be separate. And so we fight for resources. We fight for love, for crying out loud. I deserve to have her or him, or I want him back, I want her back. We can't let go. That's attachment to the egoic mind that somehow believes that we can't exist unless we exist separately and that we create somehow or make whatever it is on our own. I truly, truly, firmly believe through my experiences, been to the darkness, had the darkness come through me, come at me, embracing the light, having the light work through me more and more, that when I embrace that light, I have come to the firm belief that there is a one infinite creator. There is a deeper intelligence that is driving everything, and that we have been created by this intelligence as an extension of this intelligence, that we have the ability to co-create with this intelligence. And so the belief that somehow we're separate from this unconditional love and eternal bliss and joy is I liken it to just putting a veil in front of your face and holding your hand up, and you want to look at your hand, but then you stick a wall in between your eyes and your hand, and you can't see your hand. But is your hand still there? Yes, your hand is still there, but it does not appear to be there. Your body now seems to be separate from your hand. So for an extension of God, we're part of the same body of the one infinite creator, the all that is. There is nothing else. Anything else that we believe exists is simply an illusion. Now that gets a little bit wild and it's a trip. Trust me, it's been a trip for me and it's still a trip because I'm still trying to remember. Even though I get glimpses of what's truly real. When you're in this physical experience, we're meant to forget to a certain extent so we can get back to it. We have created this contrast of this illusory darkness so that we can more fully appreciate and experience the most amazing divinity of who we are, our very nature. And so eternal bliss, eternal joy. There's no pain, there's no heartache. You know, we're one, and yet we can experience that co-creative experience, you know? So we can feel God, we're wrapped inside God, we are God, we're part of God, okay? So it's like a paradox, like we're created as an extension of God, so we're part of God, and yet we somehow, I firmly believe, have the ability to experience our own consciousness within God. Just kind of like the cells within our body have their own sentience. We don't believe that. If we really wanted to try to communicate with our body, we could actually get it to function better. We're just a community within a community within a community. You know, you've got your cells. They come together and then they make your organs, okay? Tissues, organ systems, and then there's the body, Okay, we have towns and communities and states and countries, and then we have the world, and then we have solar systems, and we have galaxies. The proof is right there. It's like there's the evidence that we created for ourselves, so we could start to remember. We just have to look around. We have to look within. We have to pay attention. We need to slow down in order to do that. We can't allow ourselves to be distracted. Okay, so and here's the real important piece right here. A lot of people talk about the shadow government. They talk about the cabal. They talk about, is Trump part of the cabal or not? He sure looks like the devil, doesn't he? Okay. Obama doesn't look like the devil. Okay. Let me tell you, nobody truly is the devil. That's just a projection of what we got inside us that is part of the collective egoic mind that we have created, that at some point it's going to get so inflated that it can't help but burst. And then bam. All that negativity is going to dissolve, the illusion will dissolve, and we come back and we rest comfortably within our Creator simply by a shift in consciousness and a shift in awareness. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to be anywhere. We just have to be aware. Get that? So here's the good news. This is just a game. We're all playing a role. We chose the roles. So let's sit back and watch the show and try not to get too deep in it. Just put a lot of love out there, embrace each other, be willing to listen to each other. And it's important that we embrace even those extremely dark forces that need to come back and start to embrace the light bit by bit. Let's plant the seeds of our love to help us all to get back there. Peace. Mama G loves everybody. Peace, everybody. G-O-D.